The stereotypical gay voice is annoying. I find people are flamboyant extremely annoying, they sound like teenage girls. It's not just the voice, it's the whole way of speaking, the vocabulary and the whole persona. I use quotes for stereotypical because I don't even feel it's that much of a stereotype. Yes, not all gay people have that kind of voice. But in the majority of cases of gay people I have met or seen on the internet have had that lispy, loud, flamboyant voice.
There's some fascinating linguistic studies on the gay voice and how people subconsciously use it not to show their sexuality, but aspects of their personality that are stereotyped by flamboyance, excitement, or potentially comfortableness with the group they're in.
In San Francisco, it's the regular voice. It's weird as shit.
Really, that's interesting. The majority of gay people I have met don't have it. I think it's a community thing. People in the gay community started doing it and now it's the trendy thing to do.
Yaaaaaaaaaa's girlfriend. Can he get an I'm over here? They it louda fo da people in da back. Preech.
What's annoying is that I'm straight as a rail, and have pretty close to that voice naturally. Doesn't help that I talk through my nose a bit so everyone assumes I'm gay until I correct them otherwise.
But in the majority of cases of gay people I have met or seen on the internet have had that lispy, loud, flamboyant voice. This is an example of the toupee fallacy. You probably hear gay people every day that you don't know are gay because they're not cartoonishly flamboyant about it.
It becomes even more annoying when you realize that they're actually doing a voice, like faking a Boston or British accent. You didn't grow up talking that way, you are affecting an accent.
I agree. I am not homophobic at all, but the voice is so annoying and generic.
I mean, is it worse than bro speak? Or valley girl? Or old-timey racist black stereotype speak? Most of the stereotypes are pretty bad. Which is kinda the point of stereotypes, I suppose.
I am gay and I agree. Also, some very attractive guys become unattractive because of the voice and mannerisms.
You might think most gay people speak that way, but how many gay people have you met and didn't realize that they're gay? Do most gay men act flamboyantly? No. Also, why do they speak that way? Maybe because society oppresses anything with a bit of color and flair. So this opinion pushes some gay men who feel oppressed to shit even more rainbows. Just be kind.
It's odd. How often do you hear lesbian woman changing her voice to a lower pitch to sound like a man? I have never.
As a guy with a stereotypical gay voice, I can assure you, as many people in the comments would have you believe, that it is not just an annoying, performed affectation for a lot of gay men. I attribute my voice to having hung around girls more when I was younger, and leeching my speech habits off of them. This further distanced myself from making male friends, which made me hang out with and speak more like my female friends. See the cycle? I do not do it to sound cute or to make myself be seen. It is literally just the way I learned to talk during my formative middle, high school years. If you are curious as to what you're even hearing, i.e. what makes the voice sound gay, I would recommend looking up the sibilant S. It is a widespread phenomenon and not wholly attributed to manufactured speech patterns.
I don't think that's always necessarily the case. I've been friends with a guy since we were kids. He's always had that kind of voice, and he didn't realize his sexuality until his later teens. I do agree it can be annoying, but it's a slippery slope to say everyone who has it is faking it. My friend has complained about his voice and how he can't change it. It's like wearing his sexuality on his sleeve, something he specifically doesn't want to do.
The best stereotype is Sony.
Classic case of survivorship bias. Because you're able to identify them as gay by their voice, human brain assumes that a majority of gay people speak like that. It's the silent majority that gets unrepresented.
This is an example of confirmation bias. you cannot universally tell a person's sexuality by looking at or talking to them. But the most salient example, the stereotype you're describing, confirms the stereotype for you, despite being a minority of the gay population.
As long as you're not faking it, it's okay. A genuine voice, however girly it may be, is never gonna sound that eccentric, and some guys have girlier voices or mannerisms, but it's not intrusive if it comes naturally, only if you're putting on an act.
That queer Vox guy is the perfect example. It's not because he's a queer. If you're straight and talk like that, it would be just as annoying.
40-yo gay guy here, and I really find it obnoxious too. If you're a RuPaul Drag Race contestant, it can be funny. If you're the ordinary guy, I wish you could make an entire sentence without YAAAASSS queen in an unbearable high pitch. And don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily masculine when I talk.
A majority of gay people don't have the voice you just think we do, because you wouldn't be able to easily tell if a person is gay or not without the voice.
Got a gay coworker in which we actually have a lot of similar interests. Would never be able to tell he is gay unless you go out and have some drinks with him. All of a sudden hands are making dramatic gestures, voice gets higher and lisp comes out.
Yeah buddy, this isn't an unpopular opinion, but just to help you understand a bit, but in the majority of cases of gay people I have met or seen on the internet have had that lispy, loud, flamboyant voice. These were the gay people who wanted you to know they were gay. You've met many who didn't advertise their sexuality, and thus your perception is skewed. Also, TBF, many straight men advertise their sexuality with bro, deepened voices, shallow lexicons, and that shit is annoying AF.
Well, that's sort of my voice. It's just more natural for me to talk this way. I could try to sound more straight, but I'm not gonna.
Makes me sad to know that anything related to teenage girls are still considered annoying. Likes, mannerisms, behaviors, emotions, gets annoying as a woman in her early 20s that teenage girls are considered most annoying. Edit, I reread what I wrote and it sounded confusing. I don't think gay men acting gay or flamboyant should be considered annoying. What about it makes it annoying? Does it remind people too hard that they are gay, so they'd rather them act straight? Men shouldn't act like a woman? Why? Because somehow acting like a woman is bad. It is telling when people get annoyed by flamboyant mannerisms and attitudes are the same people that get annoyed by teenage girls, or black women, or women in general. The population that most act flamboyant or feminine are also the ones that are discriminated against by misogynists. And reminder, gay men can be misogynistic too. So arguments by gay men saying flamboyant or feminine attitudes are annoying aren't helpful.
This is generally subconscious at some level. Even come across many closeted gay people who were definitely lying to themselves and weren't consciously trying to signal it spoke this way.
There is a documentary on Hulu called Do I Sound Gay? The filmmaker is a gay male who tries to decode why a lot of gay men sound the way they do and also goes to voice lessons to change his voice. Very interesting subject.
I feel like this is a popular opinion.
I really like how people can just be racist or homophobic here and it's written off just an unpopular opinion. LMAO, I need to try it sometime.
This fucking sub is nothing more than a circle jerk for racists, homophobes and sexists. The worst part is the people from the LGBT community who take that as an opportunity to insult the other members of their community to gain social acceptability. Someone being zesty and enjoying life on his own terms? Reddit won't be having any of that.
Not everything in the world is for you.
As a gay dude, I 100% agree. That voice makes me wanna cut my ears out.
Yes, but the honey badger wouldn't have been the classic it is today without it.
I agree, it's annoying as hell, but what's also annoying is that you seem to assume guys you meet who don't speak that way must be straight. You only think the majority of gay guys speak that way because those specific people are so loud and proud about it.
It's the whole gay as a personality thing. So obnoxious, but you're giving us gay guys a bad name when you claim they're the majority.
How is this unpopular?
Is it annoying when women do it?
Dang, the gays can't do anything without straights getting pissed, huh? Marrying, adopting children, and now speaking law.
Personally, most of my gay friends are professionals, so I totally understand where you are coming from. That voice is so shrill and jolting. I think of them the same way I do the 2000s blondes that copied Paris and the girls that copy the Kardashians. It's all annoying because they can't be authentic and they are typically shallow.